Another project, something different. It's in the right state, but it's a Stirling engine. Terrible condition, needs repair. Look, I'm going to have to clean it down. That's detached. There's 3 little slots there. That's where the burner used to sit. So it was once a nice, all the lithocraft's gone completely. No, not completely, but virtually completely. Look at it. But being Germany, no model numbers, only that logo. I haven't got many Stirling engines, and looking at the state of this, you know it didn't cost much. Just sat on eBay and no one was interested. And I know there's not too much to these, so I thought, well, I'll give it a go, see if we can get it going. It's seized up at the moment. So what I'm going to do, because I don't want to force it, it's only got a tiny small little piston in there. I'm going to soak it. I'm going to put it in the I'll put it in a sonic bath, because the sonic bath will give it a little bit of heat, not a lot, and it will vibrate a lot of the dirt inside and outside, and we'll see if that makes any difference. And then I'll be able to see where these attach, because they attach to something. Either something's completely missing, it's possible, something completely missing, or what it attaches to is in there. So I'm not entirely sure yet. I've never had one of these before. I've seen some photos of virtually the same model, and this is attached, but I can't see what it's attached to. I might have to make something. So watch this space. It's only a little quick video, but hopefully we'll have this running. But it needs soak, cleaning, moving about, so we can get it moving, and then we'll see what happens. But paint on the flywheel looks good, doesn't it? I mean, this is terrible. That would have got damaged through the heat. When they're in good condition, they make seem to be a lot of money. Some of them have like a little tower with a chimney. So like a little tower here with a burner and then a chimney. So it might be a case of that, but just to get it running, you could just put a little burner on there, just like the burner. So let's clean it, and I'll come back when I've cleaned it and it's free, and I'll see if I can discover a bit more. So I'm going to leave that one for now, guys. But yeah, this is a small project. I'm hoping to get it running in a few hours. If I need a spare part, it's probably going to be a few weeks trying to find it. All right, cheers, guys. Right, 20 minutes later, we made some discovery. So this arm here, what was detached, it was all seized up. And bearing in mind, this is a Stirling engine. This is usually getting hot. I just put some heat under there, which created heat further along. And these two arms were detached. Actually, are inside. There is another piston. So So in these, there's two pistons. You've got a long displacement piston, which is not a tight fit, which lets the air through. And then you've got the tighter power piston. So this brass piston was seized. So I managed to get that brass piston out, and them two that was detached. There's two little holes, one on either side, and it fitted in there. So that's fine. So it's free now. But there is a slight problem. All right, now I'll step up the shaft. I'll get down lower. You can see. Watch this here. As I turn it over, this touches the body, and it shouldn't touch. Nothing seems to be bent. This all seems to be. So that's all good, all good, all good. Right, now that's touching that. I can't see why that's touching that. See that? And it will go over, but that will never run like that. It's got to be really free moving. You can push it over, it's not touching much, but look, if you can see how much this has still got to go down to get straight. So it says to me that this body is sitting too far forward. It needs to come back a bit. So I'm going to see if there's any adjustment there, because there's two screws. There's two screws. You can just see them underneath there. I haven't even cleaned this yet, but I have managed to find out why it's not. This might not. It still might not be the reason it's not running. Right. So the next question is, I haven't had one of these before. It's got quite an ingenious way of detaching this. So them two little, they just pull out, and that one out the other side, right? And then this opens up like a pair of scissors, like a pair of tongs, and comes out. Really nice, very good. So it's easy maintenance. Now, when you take the piston out, it's got 3 grooves. Now, the question is, was there any wadding or anything on them to keep it a tight fit? There's quite a nice fit in there. There's not much slack. In fact, there's no slack. But I'm just thinking, for a gas tight seal, I know on some of the steam engines they have like a very thin, they have thin like string, like put cotton round, just to pack it out a tiny amount. And I wouldn't mind betting that's what was on them. So that's another thing I'm going to have to do a bit of research on tonight. So I'm not sure how far I'm going to get with this. Right, let me show you. I'm going to take this screw out. I'm going to show you a displacement piston. It's quite badly damaged. And why that should be damaged, I don't know, because that should be out of the way. So let's undo that. It comes apart easy. Let's take that off of there. And that unscrews. Right, so now we can get all of it out. If you look at this displacement piston, look at that. It's damaged. How that would have managed to get like that, I don't know. So I won't be able to replace that. That's the original part. but it shouldn't be damaged like that. So I'm going to try and get it running, try and get it smooth, but I just wanted to take it out and show you. That's the displacement piston. That's the displacement piston goes in this end and is a sort of a loose fit, and it lets the hot air go past. The hot air cools down and goes back to the other side, and then that's how it all moves about. But you have to, the displacement piston has to be a loose fit. The power piston is a normal fit. So that's where I am with this at the moment. The displacement piston's damaged. This probably needs a bit of wadding. I'm going to do a bit of research about on Bing. There will be someone on YouTube who's already stripped one of these down. I definitely won't be the first person doing one of these. And I'll see if I can find some information. But the piston there is quite a nice fit. There's no play there. This actual tube actually moving, so there's no play in that piston and the cylinder. But I still think if there was a little bit of cotton wrapped round, I've seen it on the steam engines, it's like a bit of wadding. It just takes up that extra few thou to make it more of a gas tight fit. So it's not something I can do today. But yeah, so I want to get it running. But there's the challenges. Why is that touching there? That touches the bottom like that. I don't know if there was a... You would think that... I wondered if there was like a groove or something what this would go into to stop it hitting, but no. It looks like there was something on there as well, because there's a screw hole there. Only one. There might be one at the bottom, I can't really see. It might be... Yeah, there's one at the bottom. So there was something on there as well. I'll do a bit more research and come back to it tomorrow. But yeah, I've never done one of these before. So since I was about 4 years old, you might laugh. My granddad, when I was about 4 years old, he used to give me just a bare 3-pin plug. Just a bare 3-pin plug and a screwdriver. And I would take the plug apart. I would take the 3 pins out. I would take the fuse out. And then I'd take all the screws out. And then I'd put it all back together. And I think my granddad has got a lot to be responsible for, because at 4 years old, I was stripping down things what I've never stripped down before. I found out how they went back together and putting them back together. And there I am, 60 years later, because I'm 64 now, still stripping things down what I've never took apart before, and finding out how they work and putting them back together. So, thanks, Grandad. It cost me a fortune. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I think this is gonna. I think we'll. If I can't do anything with that displacement piston, then we won't be able to get this going at all. I don't think so. I think with them 2 screws, we might be able to move that cylinder forward. It probably wants 0.5 millimetre, tiny amount. But we'll give that a go tomorrow. I'll leave it there. And I'll come back and see how we get on. Cheers, guys.